welcome back to Realms and Roleplay Night City Stories. Where we last left off, our band of bandits was back at it again, getting into the thick of things with the Novus. Some of them were at Afterlife, but Zigzag was with her long-lost boyfriend, Rhian, who has recently been released from prison and met up with Zigzag at a coffee shop called Half Pint.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to pick up sort of where we left off. Because last time Raven punched Bit in the face and things got pretty heated, we're going to be acting in initiative order. So even those of us who aren't in combat just yet will still be going in initiative order. So first is going to be Gizmo. So Gizmo, you see Raven break Bit's visor, punching him, flipping over his seat, and he gives the order for them all to attack you. What are you going to do? So in the room with you right now, there are 9 people. So there are 8 thugs and Bit, as well as your friends.
Okay. How close in proximity am I to like everyone? Are they like surrounding me in a circle kind of thing?
Yeah, so the room is sort of set up like a conference room. It's large enough to where not everybody's shoulder to shoulder, but I would say everybody's within 5 or 10 feet of you. Like you could probably reach anyone.
Okay. And so are there obstacles to like get behind or get under, stuff like this, like a table, if you say conference room, stuff like that?
Yeah, so there is the chair that Bit was sitting in. There is a table that's in front of that chair, like a coffee table. There are some bar stools that are near like a glass desk or shelf on the wall. And other than that, there are like bean bags and lounge chairs kind of scattered throughout the room.
Okay, so like no tables I could like flip over kind of thing.
Just the one by Bit.
Okay. Then I think it seems like my real only first option is something I haven't busted out yet, which is my shotgun. I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna work. So I turn to whoever seems to be the closest, or maybe whoever is the one that the shotgun seems to be the best option to in my immediate thought process, and I fire that sucker off.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so where you all are standing right now, just to give you a bit more of the layout. So you're still near the entrance. Mm-hmm. There are 2 people flanking your group in the doors behind you. There's one person in the doorway who is calling for backup in the larger bar area. Mm-hmm. And you can shoot one of those 2 people that are flanking you, or just someone else in the room, or the person in the doorway.
Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to turn around because I assume the shotgun blast isn't just a direct thing. There's a bit of a spray. So I'm going to turn around to the door where the 2 guys are and blast in their direction.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Okay.
Hooray, dead.
Yeah, exactly.
If we weren't already enemies with them, we're about to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
That's attack... your reflexes plus your marksmanship plus a D10.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh.
I got a 22.
Oh.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And that's 2 of the 6s?
For I think it's different for each weapon. Let me see. So you're using a shotgun.
Oh yeah, it is 2d6.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it says 5d6.
What?
Or am I wrong?
Man.
So that's the ranges.
It's 5d6.
It is.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Hola, that's
A lot of pain.
I mean, you are pretty close to them too. So yeah.
All right. So the first roll I got 14 between the 2. Then I got then 22. Ooh, and then a 10.
Wait.
Or
Math.
whatever the CP is.
So
whatever
you
the
got
math is, yeah.
you got a 14 on the first roll?
No, well, like I rolled 2 at a time the first 2 times.
Okay. Okay, so you got a 14, a 22, and what was the last thing?
And then
10.
10.
Wait, with 2D.
So
Yeah,
22 was an
2d6s.
add-on from the other.
6. A D6.
2d6. So even if you got 2 6s, I think the highest you could go is a 12.
Yeah.
Forgive me if I'm
No.
wrong.
Don't roll the 1d10. Don't roll the d10. Roll the d6.
For damage.
I think. All right, so let me do it. So I'll just roll it 5 times then.
Yeah,
That
so
would-
if you have 5 d6s, then you can just roll all 5. If you only have 1, just roll that 5 times.
Okay, so we'll just do it that way. All right, so I got 5, a 1, another 5, a 4, and a 1.
So 16.
Okay.
Awesome.
Got it.
I was just like, oh man, that's intense. Okay, so 16 damage. So you oh man, you messed these guys up.
Nice.
Yeah, you turn around and you blast these 2 guys. They go flying back against the wall.
Sorry, dudes.
And they're both looking really seriously hurt. They're bleeding pretty bad and holding on to their wounds. But they're not dead yet. So make a quick note of their current state. Awesome. It is now actually going to be one of the Nova thugs' turns, one of the ones that you shot. And he is not a fan of that. So he's going to pull out his heavy pistol and attempt to shoot you with it. So
He should just take his turn to die.
I was just gonna say, can't he just be like, "Ow"? He
Yeah.
rolls it, "Ow."
So yeah, he pulls out his pistol and he tries to hit you. He rolls an 8 though. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. He didn't roll an 8. He rolled a 12. Is a 12 going to bypass your armor?
He has to roll evasion.
Oh right, roll evasion.
Ooh, okay. Is that reflexes?
So you're
Oh, it's Dex. Sorry, I got it.
yeah, Dex plus your evasion skill plus 1d10.
I got a 16.
Awesome. So yeah, he pulls out this pistol and tries to shoot you, but your armor is too thick. You're undamaged by that.
Hell yeah.
And now, Raven, it's your turn. You see Gizmo turn around and blast 2 of these thugs, and one of them tries to shoot him, but to no avail. What would you like to do?
I'm like, whoa, wait, and I like try to.
You're like, wait.
Yeah, I
You're like, wait.
I try to help. Gosh, what's this Bit? I try to help Bit up. I'm like, oh, my cyber arm acts up sometimes. I got it like from this really off-brand dude. I'm so sorry. And I like give a little kiss on his broken visor. It's like, sorry.
He the face on the visor kind of turns to like a happy face with the upside down with the triangles, and he's like, well, I mean, look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I was kind of being an aggressor. Maybe there's some kind of way we could talk about this. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Just a second.
The visual here is so good of like punch. Wait. I'm sorry.
I know. It's amazing.
Okay, so it's persuasion, cool, and then a D10, right?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So I got a 19.
Awesome. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, you're messing up my club, and look, Johnny's on the ground. He's bleeding, and I don't want
He'll
to
be
mess
fine.
with the rest of my advisor. How about we just, boys, put your guns down. Let's talk this out. Come to some kind of arrangement. And it seems like Bit is willing to talk more. The two other thugs who are after you, they kind of hesitate and they put their guns away. Bit like adjusts his mask. Part of the like front of it is kind of bent in, and some of the LED of it is like flashing, like a really old neon sign. And yeah, so we're actually gonna stop initiative order now. And Sid, it would have been your turn. So folks in the room, you can speak freely, but Sid, it would have been your turn now. Is there anything you'd like to do? As everybody kind of, the situation de-escalates a little.
Yep. I reach in my pocket, I pull out 200 eddies, and I'm like, I'm really sorry about this, y'all. And I hand it to Bit.
Yes, that's exactly what he looks like. He takes the 200 eddies and he's like, eddies talk and I like what they have to say. You outside Ruby, you see that the person who was calling for help looks really confused and closes the door and goes back inside. And at this point the waiter comes back over with your drinks. Is there anything that you would like to do?
So did I witness the shooting and the...
Yeah, so from your perspective, what you saw was you saw the door open, the person calling for help, you saw a shotgun blast coming out and two people flying against the wall, and then you saw the person who opened the door close the door again.
Did I see Sid and did I see the crew?
You saw Gizmo shoot people.
I saw Gizmo. No, but I saw this happen. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to say to the waiter, what the hell was all that? Trying to have a date here? It's not a very pleasant environment trying to flirt with people when shotguns are being blasted and everything's going on. What's happening? It's
like this really young kid who probably looks like about 16, and he's like, I'm sorry, I'll go speak to the manager. We really apologize. This doesn't happen often. This usually only happens at night. I'll
yeah, right. Well, we're not paying for all this. I want this taken off my tab, and I want you to bring another bottle of tequila, please.
You see Quadara's kind of like, oh my gosh. And the waiter's like, I can't, I don't have the authority to do that. I'll go get the manager and be right back.
Yeah, you do that. And then I want to turn to Quadara and go, what's up with you? What's your problem?
I was looking for maybe a few drinks, a few laughs, but this is a lot. And I think that maybe this was a mistake.
So then I'm just going to lean over and grab her arm and go, oh, come on. This is fun. This is what having fun is. Just relax. Have a drink. You'll be fine.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
You bet I will.
Having fun is.
In Cyberpunk,
she's like crying.
Calypso and Ruby makes a lot more sense now. 21?
Yeah, you see she kind of like brushes her hair behind her ear and she's like, okay, yeah, I mean, it's different, and maybe that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Try it out. Different's cool. Different is the new cool.
She takes a sip of her drink and she's like, I guess it is. I'm glad that we're here together.
Me too. And then I'm going to get my phone out and then I'm going to text Zigzag again and say, again, where the F are you?
So Zigzag, you and Rian are inside the Half Pint. There are people kind of going about their day. Some folks are sitting down at tables, writing screenplays and all that kind of stuff. And you see your phone buzzing. You feel your phone buzzing again.
don't even look at it. I'm just like holding, like after I hugged him, I'm just like holding Rhian, and I'm just like, tell me everything. Like, where have you been? And like, what have you been doing? And like, how did you even get out? And I don't even, it's so good to see you.
Did you want to say something, Ruby?
Yeah. So concurrently, when I see that there's no little 3 dots appear, I want to scooch over to the other side of the booth next to Quidara. I want to put my arm around her, give her a big kiss, and take a selfie. And then text it to Zigzag and say, missing you.
This is the best episode so far.
There's been 2 kisses already.
So you sit next to Quidara, and at first like she's really nervous, but she leans in and kisses you, and you with your don't even look, you just take that selfie and send it to Zigzag. Zigzag, your phone buzzes again, and do you look at it?
No, I don't even care.
Okay.
Oh, okay, no, you know what? I know that the other half of the group went to go do a dangerous thing, so I'm going to glance at it to make sure nobody is like, we are dying. So I like scroll and I like see the picture and I'm just like, and I think about like the contract I signed with Ruby, sort of in just like a curse you Ruby way, and then I put my phone back in my pocket.
So you know that Ruby's having a good time. Rian takes your hands and he's like, I want to tell you everything, but I don't know if I can. I really need your help.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't love that it's a secret and you can't tell me what's going on, but absolutely, whatever you need, I'll help you out.
He gets a napkin and like closes his eyes and looks away and writes something on the napkin and passes it to you. And on the napkin it says, I'm in trouble and there are cameras watching us. I think that I'm bugged.
Yeah, I got that from the way you wrote this note.
And
okay, so I'm gonna just sort of look at it and I'm gonna be like, I don't know where we can go where it will be better.
Can you make a perception check for me?
I would love to do that for you. Absolutely.
That's so kind.
What is it's not human perception, is it? No, it's right, it's intelligence, sorry. Yeah, I missed it. I know what it is. Yes, so that is a 15.
Excellent. So after you read the note, you look back at him, and as he opens his eyes, you notice that one of his iris is kind of like, it looks like a camera focusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have that, and he's like, I'm just really happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you too. And I'm gonna like reach for him, like I'm going to kiss him and like close one, like put my hand over the eye, and then I'm going to mouth to him and be like, what do you need?
He smiles because he knows that you understand, and takes the paper back, and on it he writes, I can't tell you who did this to me, but I need to speak with your mom.
So I just sort of like pull back and like take my hand off of him, and I'm just like, are you sure? Are you sure?
I don't have a choice. I have to.
Okay. But only because it's you. I literally would not do this for anyone else. I want you to know that.
I know, and it means a lot. He takes your hands. And we're gonna switch back over to this tense scene with Bit. So Bit's taking your Eddie, Sid, and Raven, he kind of he kind of sits back down, like fixes his chair. The goons fix his chair or whatever, and he sits back down and he's like, all right, let's try this again. So, Raven, you said that you were gonna offer up your friends, or what's going on? What can I do for you?
Well, and I look like I'm like trying to like hold my cyber arm down or whatever, as if like it's gonna act up any minute. And I'm like, well, so I've been basically working as a stagehand for this popular band. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Caterpillar Soup.
One of the thugs in the back is like, I fucking love Caterpillar Soup. But Ben's like, I never heard of it. I don't listen to that garbage.
Man. I'm like, that's okay. But yeah, I've been working as a stagehand, and I don't know, we were ambushed a while back, and they said they were with the Novus and they were trying to take out these two here. So if you guys didn't put the hit on them, that means that there must be somebody pretending to be the Novus and causing all kinds of mayhem.
You see some of the thugs look around, like really confused, and one of them kind of looks over a bit and he's like, somebody's trying to frame us, boss. What should we do about it? You see the expression on Bit's visor is kind of like the surprised face. And after a moment, like a moment of silence, he's like, boys, wait outside. I need to talk to our new friends by myself. And they pause for a long moment, and then they all walk outside. And after the door closes, he's like, all right, look, I'm going to level with you. I don't know who you all are, but if the hit was on you from the Novus, it's probably above my head. Okay? And I wish we could have talked about this beforehand, but now that the boys know about it, our options are limited. Okay, it's gonna be my head if I let you walk out of here. But maybe we can work something out.
Like what?
Well, maybe we wouldn't have to kill you if you were one of us.
How much does it pay to be one of you?
You see that he grabs like a chalice off of his off of the floor, and it's like this really gaudy, super tacky chalice. And you can tell it's probably some kind of replica from a fantasy book or something like that. And he's like, let's just say you'll be living like a king.
I look over at Sid, and I just kind of wait for some kind of acknowledgement, because I'm really just the after effect. I feel like Sid is the real business dealer, so I look at Sid just kind of like, what do you think?
I look at Gizmo and I go, I feel like I'm in an after-school special. I mean, what do you think? I mean, we got to do it, right?
It sounds like we have very limited options at this moment, so...
Well, we could try to leave.
We could try to leave, but I don't really feel like wasting all of my shotgun rounds today.
All right, so I turn to Bit and I go, here's my problem. If somebody above your head is trying to kill us, and you just initiate us into your gang, I mean, they're just going to find out and kill us, right?
Well,
Maybe you guys can get new names or something.
that's not how the Novus do things. We don't kill our own. If you're part of the crew, you're protected.
What do we have to do?
Of a turf war?
We run this city. What are you talking about? And I could use muscle like you. I saw how you handled that shotgun.
Yeah, he's really good with the shotgun. You should see his big knucks.
I punch good.
What do we have to do?
Well, I'll give you a test job. You complete this job, you're in. You don't, you'll probably be dead anyway, so it's not my problem anymore. And he pulls out his phone and is like, so sometimes bigwigs hire us for protection. There's some big name coming to town for some kind of convention or something or other. All you got to do is follow her around, make sure nobody messes with her. Easy peasy.
And is it just going to be the two of us, or do we have protection in this scenario as well?
Listen, I'm sticking my neck out for you by giving you this chance. Whether it's the three of you or you hire underlings, I don't care. Just get it done and make sure nothing happens to the girl. Then come back and see me.
I look at Gizmo and I nod a little bit, like, yeah?
I'm in.
All right. Okay.
All right. We got ourselves a deal. And he kind of places a hand tenderly on your shoulder, Raven. And he's like, my boys could check out your arm for you, maybe add some upgrades.
That would be great, yeah.
I'm real happy that you're back in the family.
Me too.
His like face emotes to like a really happy, smiling face. And he's like, all right, tell the boys they can come back in. Let me know when it's done. And so you all start to head out, and you see the thugs file back into the room. There's a lot of chit chat amongst them though, and some of them seem pretty skeptical about what's happening. Ruby, you see your friends start to head out of the room, and you see the thugs start to file back in. Also, at this point, like you're probably sitting next to Kodara. She's holding your hand. She kind of rests her head on your shoulder. She's like, I wasn't so sure about coming out with you tonight. I just, when we first met, I was actually trying to talk to Zigzag, but I guess some things work out for the better.
And so, I'm seeing the other guys leave, am I? All right, so I'm just going to turn to her and say, so in life, sometimes we just have moments. This was one of those moments, but that's all it was. Had a really great time with you. I'm going to give her a little boop on her nose and stand up and walk out.
Ruby!
Oh, brutal. So you boop her on the nose, and you see that like, oh, she's fuming. And as you get up to walk out, you see the waiter's walking back with the check, and he's like, and yeah.
And I'm just going to point to the table and keep walking.
So yeah, he sets the check in front of Kodara as you walk out. So yeah, you meet up
Nothing
with.
but net.
Okay, I'm gonna make note of that. So yeah, you meet up with the others as you walk out. Yeah, y'all are all together
You're
now.
gonna be in trouble later.
That's amazing.
Where?
Can I text Ruby and tell? Well, I don't know that this is happening. I don't really. Zigzag has no knowledge of the fun date that you just dumped. I want to text Ruby, maybe just everyone sort of in a group chat, and be like, is she gonna lie? She's gonna say, I have a lead, but I need you to come with me. Where can we meet? And it's the group chat, texty.
In the meantime, while we're all getting that, we're all outside now? I just look at Sid and I start to light up a cigarette and I just kind of go, so we're in a gang now.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if we protect this lady, did you get any information about who we were supposed to protect, by the way?
I think we're waiting on a text about it. Probably like a group text. You know how those group texts are. It always takes them a while to get to our phone.
Well, you've got their contact anyway, right?
Raven?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
You have their contact anyway. I mean, you've been in with these guys for a while.
Yeah, but I don't know, everything that they do clearly, which is why I was not sure why they had a hit out for you guys, in which they didn't.
So was
I don't
whole
know.
thing part of your grand plan, punching him in the face and then turning it around?
Maybe not maybe not the punching in the face, but I was kind of hoping like maybe if I like fake turn you guys in and then I could like do some really heroic thing where I like break you guys out later, as I do sometimes. That was the plan. But it worked out. Y'all are getting like basically double the money because you're getting paid to protect Zigzag and whoever this other lady is. So, I mean, you guys don't have to worry about, money stuff anymore, right?
I'll tell you what, kid. You are weird, but I like you.
I don't. I'm going to just say it right now. I don't. It's okay. You can hang around. I'm glad. Like Gizmo, by the way, Raven, Gizmo likes everybody, so don't take it too personal. I'm just saying, try not to fake turn us in again.
Yeah. That was a one-time thing, I swear.
You got us out of there. I'll give you that. It's real hard to win my friendship, okay? But just try not to like put us in any other situations where you can heroically save us. Let's just avoid that.
Right. No heroes. Got it.
Got it. Yeah.
So as that's happening, I want to come up behind them with like a bottle of tequila that I swiped off the table as I left. Give them all a big hug. I wrap my arms around all of them and go, "Hey kids, what's going on? What did we learn? I learned that Zigzag's somewhere out there. I don't know where the hell she is. You're all meant to be protecting her, and I don't know where she is. And you're walking out, you're starting fights, you're walking out of here. So I'm hoping that you learn something really great, that who's got the hit out to kill us both."
Ruby, you were the one who was with Zigzag.
No, you left. Yeah.
We left you with Zigzag.
Yeah.
Where is Zigzag?
I don't know.
I take
I'm
the tequila and take
you.
a big...
Yeah. I just take a long drag on my cigarette.
So as you all are getting lit outside of Afterlife, you, Gizmo and Sid, so the app that y'all usually use for like bounty hunter jobs and stuff.
Oh, the app.
Blood Money. You both get jobs assigned to you, and Raven, you get a text from Bit that has a link to the Blood Money job that he assigned.
Do you get a BM?
Yeah, you got a BM. And
a link to download the app is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you download it, you see it's an app made by the Novus, and the job says that you need to meet up with this rockstar game designer named Bellatrix Lopez, or she goes by Trixie, and she's hiring protection because she's going to be here for a convention. The job pays 200,000 eddies.
I'm like kind of fangirling. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Trixie. I'm so excited. I cannot believe. Are we actually going to meet her? Do you think like maybe she'd give us her autograph? Maybe.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Although I wouldn't ask for her autograph right off. Like, just give her some time.
Yeah,
Right. I'll be
till,
cool.
the
I'll be
job's
cool.
Basically done.
And
Right,
at the same
right.
time, I finally look at my messages and I'm like, oh, and Zigzag messaged us, Ruby.
I'm going to sit there and I'm going to knock on Sid's head and say, "Hello, I had a question. What's going on here? Again, I don't know where Zigzag is. You guys aren't telling me any information. What just happened?"
We left Zigzag with you.
Part 2 of the question?
Oh, right. Well, we kind of we didn't learn. The Novus aren't out to get us.
Oh, okay.
It's somebody pretending to be the Novus, or it's somebody high up in the Novus. We're not really sure. It's like a little bit fuzzy there. So
Okay.
we have a job from the Novus for joining the Novus. It's another thing. Yeah. It was the only way we could make sure they didn't kill us. So let me see. And I like pull up, like, I'm like, all right, I message Zigzag back. I'm like, Zigzag, where are you?
I messaged back a link to my latest cyber tweet on social media. That's me outside of the place that I am.
Okay. Here's where Zigzag is, Ruby. Okay. Let's go get her first. She says she has a lead.
Yeah, I don't know why you're telling me this. You're the one that's meant to be babysitting her.
While this conversation's happening, I respond to Bit with like the triangle face emoji that was on his visor, and it just says thanks, like THX.
You see that he replies anytime heart, and you all do y'all head off to meet up with Zigzag?
I do.
Yeah. I follow. Okay, and then I do want to just take Gizmo to the side and say, hey, kid, I saw what you did with the blaster in there. That was fucking cool.
I just kind of look over and I'm like, thanks.
And I look back and I go, you saw that and you didn't come help us?
And I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look back at Sid and just be like,
the stories I could tell you if only I could remember.
And I'm gonna be like, why are you guys giving each other looks like that? And I'm just go to everybody.
I just kind of ignore that and keep going.
So our band of bandits heads off to that fight to meet up with Zigzag. So yeah, Zigzag, you know that your friends are on their way. Rhian, you told them that you would help. And yeah, is there anything else that you like to talk about with them before they get there?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say like, Rian, listen. I know you know this is gonna be a dangerous sort of situation, and also the friends I'm calling in to sort of help us be back up in this situation don't really know my whole backstory. So we're just not going to talk about that. I'm a very famous rock star, and you are just a lead that I have, and also I'm going to have to blindfold you. You understand?
No, I don't, but I trust you.
Okay. So I would say few words to the people we're about to meet, like almost none at all. And I will be putting a blindfold on you, and I like take off a scarf or something and like put it around his face.
So you put it on, and he's like, I kind of feel like a secret warrior or something. Should I come up with a tragic backstory?
Absolutely. I mean, the actual truth is pretty tragic, and I think we can agree on that. But if you want to say you're like a long line of like secret warriors who have some sort of hidden superpower, that's also fine too.
Okay. You, as you're telling him what to do, your friends all arrive, and you're all together.
I just kind of look at this new member, and I just kind of like point confused. Like we've got more.
Yeah,
what's
hi up with that. Hey.
Hi friends, this is Stripes, and we're gonna go on a little drive. And 1 second, let me just see if I can get a ride. And I'm going to text my mom and say, I need a lift, and set a location ping.
So you text her 3 ellipses, and then they go away, and then ellipses, and they go away, and then there's like a long pause, and then ellipses again, and she replies and says, okay.
I'm picturing like it's just a shot, like from the other end, it's like just the hand, like you just see the hand with the phone. Very Godfather.
So she says okay, period, and then she, a few seconds later, is like, does that mean we can talk?
I will just answer back. We're just gonna have this entire episode be text conversation. I will answer back and be like, there will be words exchanged.
She says, I'll send a car.
Nice.
And as this is happening, the rest of you all are standing there with Stripe, and he's like, I come from a long line of warriors who descended from samurais 30,000 years ago, and he's just
I like interrupt and like hold 4 fingers in front of his face. I'm like, how many fingers am I holding up? You don't know because you're blindfolded. Ha.
I tap 4 on his back. I just like tap 4 times on his back.
1 less than 5. But
Whoa.
2 less than 2, or 2 more than 2.
I was like shocked.
Meanwhile, I light up another cigarette and I'm texting my sister and it just says "still alive."
She texts you back a picture of an empty bowl that was like your leftovers, and she's like, well, I hope that wherever you're alive at has food.
And I just text back, fair.
So a car pulls up, and it's an AV pulls up, and it's Bug steps out. And as Bug steps out, he smiles at you, Raven, and he looks at you, Zigzag, and he's like, long time, kid.
We're not exchanging any words here. We're all just gonna get in the car.
You're the boss.
Where are we going?
It's fine. Don't ask any questions. It's all gonna be fine.
Why is this guy blindfolded?
It's fine. Just everyone get in the car. I will explain on the way.
So I'm like behind Zigzag. I'm like behind Zigzag, so she can't see me, but I look at Bug and I'm like...
He kind of rolls his eyes, and everybody files into the car. So yeah, you're traveling. Where are you headed, Zigzag?
I've blindfolded, I'm gonna say Stripes, but obviously that's his fake name, Rhian, because I don't want whoever's watching to know where Ma hangs out, but I assume like some sort of safe house or her like headquarters. Bug knows where to take me for this meeting.
Can they hear still, do you think, the people who are monitoring?
I don't know, which is why I'm not gonna say anything too compromising.
So,
Can I?
Oh yeah.
Magic. Can I do 2 things?
Yeah,
Firstly,
you
can
do
I just
whatever you like.
quickly text my secret smoke show assistant Juno and just say status update ?
Yeah. So you text Juno, and
Because I'm assuming this is a bit of a long car ride.
yeah. So as you're all like in the AV, it's very spacious, and there's like drinks in there, wine cooler, all kinds of
Are there
stuff.
snacks?
I
There
thought
are
you said
so
wine
many-
coolers.
Snacks.
There's multiple. Yeah, there's so many like airplane pretzels and stuff like that, like little snacks that you can get. So you text Juno, and she texts you back and says, Calypso's awake, but Thrice Down's daughter is here and saying that we have to get out or something.
And then I'm just gonna say Thrice Down's daughter ?
And she says, yeah, Quadara.
And then I'm gonna have a moment of like, all right, and then I'll just text back and say, Kay, let me know if anything changes. You
She
got a
says-
handle on this ?
She sends a saluting emoji, and she's like, I'll take care of it, don't worry.
Sweet. That?
Awesome. What was the other thing?
And then, well, I want to see if I can click into my radio implant to see if I can hear if there's any chatter going on to find out what the hell's happening in this car and where we're going. In this AV, sorry.
Oh, yeah. So I forgot you could do that. Snap.
No.
So let's do a skill check. Use your tech stat. And depending on how high you roll determines how much stuff you find out.
Okay, so just tech plus D10.
Tech plus, if you have any skill points related to that, plus
Yeah.
a D10.
Okay.
Gizmo is opening bags of snacks and nudging Sid.
Stupid
Just
one.
kind of like holding the open bag.
Just grab half the bag and eat it.
Yeah.
Help yourselves, and I will take a juice box and just sort of slurp that down.
You see, your mom has packed all of your favorite juice boxes.
Got
In.
it.
All right,
Oh, Mom.
so I rolled a -1, and I'm gonna scream at Gizmo and say, "Shut the hell up with the packages and the
And I'm-
crinkling and the
just gonna
making noise. I'm trying to hear
grunting and just
things and I
kind of
can't hear a
looking.
freaking thing."
And I just slowly let it all like
You're just crinkling all the bags.
the final
of
like the movie theater, like when you let it go and it just kind of like the final crunch.
Um,
I'm eating like a bag of fruit
Next-
snacks, and I turn to Gizmo. I'm like looking out the window. I'm like, "Hey, Gizmo,
Yeah.
I spy something blue," and I'm like expecting him to like look out the window and see whatever it was I saw.
And I'm just looking at you and go, okay.
Well, no, you're supposed to guess what I saw. I like look out the window again. I'm like, it passed. Never mind.
Great. Thanks, kid.
Okay, so just as we are approaching our final destination, please enjoy all of the snacks and refreshments that have been lovingly packed into this car. I just wanted to just quickly level set on what we're doing here. You all are sort of hired to protect me currently. Yes, we agree on that. You all agree that that is your job?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah? Ruby, that's your job? Okay, great. So we're going to go talk to someone who's very important and influential and also might know what's going on with the Novus, but really Stripes just needs to go talk to her, and I have to have some serious words with her. And so if you could not ask questions sort of in front of this very important, influential person, that would be great, and I would love to explain all of the things you're about to hear sort of afterwards. Do we all agree that that feels good?
Why not? We all look at Raven.
I'm like, "Hey, Gizmo, I spy something red."
Yeah, I would leave Raven in the car, Zigzag.
I just like I feel like so relieved that I'm not gonna die anytime soon that I just like I'm past caring. Like, ooh, I get to go on a nice car ride with fruit snacks. They never load this car anytime I'm on the way over, so
Raven, you're like
chilling.
floating in the clouds right now because you did your job, and you land at the Benito Ranch, and as you all file out of the car, you see that there is this like magnificent, ornate ranch, and there's so much land as far as I can see. There are animals, which is a rarity in Night City, and you feel like whoever lives here has like so much money, so much eddies in power. And as you go inside the ranch, Bug is leading you inside, and he kind of stops in the hallway and he's like, "All right, Zigzag needs to go by herself from here." And
Nope, that's not gonna happen, but thanks for trying, Bug. They're coming with me, okay? I just stride forward. I just keep walking.
He's like so distraught as you all just blow past him, and you walk into the room, and Moxie Bonito is there. There is like a feast like you've never seen, just like a spread across this giant table, and you see that
I
there
was
is like
hoping for food.
the wait staff is there. They all have like trays of different drinks. Zigzag, you see all of your favorite juices are like in a juice corner over there. There's like
I
a
just put
big
my
welcome
hand
home
on
banner.
Sid's shoulder and I just kind of like take it all in.
I just grab your hand. I'm like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Ma turns to you and she's like, "Roxy, welcome home, baby."
And then we all turn to Zigzag and just kind of like
I'm gonna take Rhian's hand, and I'm gonna sort of like push him forward. I take his blindfold off now that we're inside, I guess. And take his blindfold off and point at him and just look at Ma and just be like, We're not here for sort of like pleasantries and like, what have you been up to? I don't want to know if you've bought my album. I am sort of curious, but we're here because Rhian needs to talk to you, and I am here to eat lunch. And I just sit down, put my feet on the banquet table, and just like grab the nearest food and just like have a snack.
And we instantly, Sid and I, just walk to the closest thing of food, ignoring whatever's happening at this point, and just follow suit and just dig in. We're just,
We're like the chipmunks.
Anime style sweat, like.
Yeah, just pick it up.
Spirited away.
Can't see the hands,
just like,
Absolutely, just.
What about? Oh, sorry.
So I was going to ask, do I know who this person is?
Do a local expert check.
If I roll a 1 again, I'm cracking skulls.
I feel like that's every roll you've made today.
That's what it feels like, but not this time, fortunately. 27.
Okay, so you know that the Benito family are pretty well-known business folks, and there are rumors that they are a crime family, but no one has ever been able to prove that. But because you are so well connected and used to be pretty high up in the corporate world and have a lot of power, you know that Moxie is the head of the family, but you've never seen her in person.
Oh, right. So
you also did not know that she was related to Zigzag in any way.
Right. But I recognize that we are at the Benito Ranch. And that
so you didn't even know. Nobody knows about the ranch, but you know about the family and the reputation, and you know about Moxie's reputation.
Right. But the words Benito hasn't been said. So what I'm saying is I have that information, but am I putting those two things together for where we are now?
Oh, I see. Sorry. Yes.
Right.
So you do put the pieces together that this is the Benito Ranch.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna go up to Zigzag and I'm just gonna sit, like lean in behind her and just whisper in her ear and say, "Got anything you want to tell me?"
I told you the questions were gonna happen after this meeting.
No.
I like Simon like wave like with all of my fingers intact, just like, hey. How's it going?
She kind of like rolls her eyes and waves. And you see Rian, as you've taken his blindfold off, he's like sweating, like so nervous. And he's like, "Oh, Miss Benito," and he like keeps bowing like really profusely. He's like, "It's really great to see you, ma'am." And he's just stuttering, a complete mess. And Moxie walks over and she's like, "Rian, it's a real shame how you got put away for so long for something you didn't even do. But the family appreciates your sacrifice, and I'm glad that you're back with us now." And she kind of like puts her hand in past his chest. What is
I like try and like nudge her off.
She's like, "What did you want to talk to me about?" And you see he reaches in his pocket and pulls out a hollow disc.
Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be a gun. I was so scared that he was about to kill my mom.
Bam! No,
yeah, I was like, oh wait.
He pulls out a hollow disc and he's like, yeah, about that. So I can't say who let me out, but they told me to deliver these to all the powerful families in Night City. I wanted to come to you first, and I want you to know that I'm really sorry for how things happened. And Zigzag, Roxy means everything to me. I would never do anything to hurt her.
I don't feel like you need to apologize. It wasn't your fault you got put away.
Moxie holds up her hand and she's like, let the man finish. You were apologizing? And he's like, yeah, I just, that night, Bug and the other guys, like, I was so mad at them for so long. I thought that they left me for dead to take the fall, but I realized that that's what family does. We look out for each other. And she puts her hand on his shoulder and she's like, you've learned from your time. And she takes the holodisc from him and goes back to her seat. And she sets it on the table to play it. And as she does,
that?
oh, I'm sorry. Yes, go for it.
I just want to turn to Zigzag and point at Stripe / Rhian and just go.
And in the back, you could just hear me go, "Did you try the ribs?"
Oh no, where are they?
Over here.
So
I regret all of my decisions.
when she presses the button, a younger man, African man, appears in the hologram form. He's wearing like this royal sash, and it has like a lion's mane on the back of it. He has like this really large pendant with an HR on it, and he has a crown that he's wearing. And he says, the hologram says, "If you're watching this, then you've infringed upon Highrider territory. Night City is ours, and we allow you to exist in it. This is your first and only warning, or you'll be destroyed." And the message ends. So if you would like to, you can all make a local expert check to see if you know who this person is or who the Highriders are.
Yeah, I look up and I just have rib sauce like
Yeah.
up to my elbows, all over my face. I'm like, hang on a minute. So, okay, so we have to do what kind of check again?
Local expert.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
$20.
Okay.
She just said that to beat me.
13.
Where do I start from?
D10 intelligence and if you have the local expert skill.
This is quite the week for holograms, man.
Got a lot of holo
I
discs.
do.
We can start a holo disc collection.
It's a lot of stuff.
I got a 21.
Awesome.
Stop. Everyone just wanted to beat me. Guys.
Did you do anything, Ruby?
Oh yeah, 31.
You were just
Man.
waiting to drop that bomb. Okay.
This is my jam. I'm the person who connects and knows them.
In that case, I'm aware enough, but I'm also far too concerned with the food. So I'm still just kind of like, that's where most of my focus is.
Yeah.
I meant 32.
So Zigzag, you know that your mom has done business with other families before, but you've never heard of the Highriders. Gizmo and Sid, you both know that there are whispers of a gang that even the corporations don't mess with, but you've never been able to put a name or a face to it. Ruby, from your time at Omnitech, you know that the only other entity in the whole world, really, that's almost, if not more powerful than Omnitech, is the Highriders. You know that their leader, the person in the hologram, is a man named Jafari Haji. Jafari. Haji is Haji. And you know that he is a mob boss and a sensible businessman who deals with everybody. So the Highriders, yeah, the Highriders, they deal with the corps, they deal with the gangs, they deal with the governments. They sort of have their hand in everything, but they are essentially a gang that has taken control of space. So their like headquarters is in orbit around the planet. Cool. And so anything coming in and out of any exports coming in and off of the planet goes through them, and they have started to expand their territory into stuff on the ground.
Okay.
Do you think I can marry into their family instead? Because that sounds really cool.
So, as after the message ends, Moxie picks up the recorder and smashes it in her hand, and she looks at Rhian, and she's like, why are you here? And he's like, I had no idea. I didn't even know what was on it. I'm sorry. And she snaps her fingers, and the wait staff, some of them set their trays down and pull out these like handcuffs, these metal handcuffs, and they start to walk over to put them on Rhian.
I jump up and put myself in between them, and I will take out my gun, and I'll be like, Ma, we're not playing this game.
I've got a giant chicken leg, and I'm just looking at Sid like we're just kind of like watching the show now.
I also have just grabbed a martini glass and watching the show.
So Moxie holds up her hands so that the waitstaff don't do anything, and she's like, Roxy, pull a gun on your own mother?
Oh, I mean, I probably would have shot them first.
Well,
I start kind of slowly walking back towards the door. I'm not feeling very good about this.
You see that she's like, I thought we were going to have a nice, peaceful evening as a family.
I don't know why you thought that, because I don't remember one peaceful evening dinner we've ever had in this house.
You don't remember? You think she like calms herself as she points to a corner of the wall. You see that there is an old cassette player, and like in vinyl, you see like your album there, and you see like all the merch and stuff like packaged up in like little gift bags and stuff. And she's like, you think you're fooling me with the Zigzag name? I've always known. I wanted you to be a part of the family. I wanted you to be a part of my life. And you come here with this boy, and he's talking about the Highriders stepping on our territory, or we're stepping on theirs. Who are you? You're a Benito. Act like it.
Yeah, but listen, we wouldn't even be in this situation if you didn't let him sit in prison for years.
The waitstaff are kind of looking around, and you see Bug comes in, and he's like, boss, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say that we're picking up some really strange radio chatter. And...
Oh, also, he might be bugged. I didn't mention that before, and I thought maybe I took enough precautions, but I didn't fully think this one through. And that one's on me, Mom, I promise.
You see she kind of rests her hand in her head, and I'm actually going to need everybody to roll initiative again.
We're in timeout.
Can I do I want to do a little quick listen to the radio chatter.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
What oh, shit, I'm so sorry. What did we do? We did tech.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay, so you can hear from the frequency of like the radios that Bug has on him, you can hear the sound of, or you can hear the voices of like people on the perimeter saying like, there's a bunch of AVs headed towards the ranch. And
I maybe made a big boo-boo.
You see Rhian is like, I had no idea, Miss Bonito. They enhanced me, they changed me, and that was the only way I could get out. They said if I didn't do it, they were going to kill me, and they would find Zigzag and kill her. And you see that she's like, enough. She looks at Bug, and she's like, lock down the perimeter, take Roxy and her friends to the safe room.
Mom, can you also maybe send a tech expert to take whatever brain implant is in Rhian's brain?
She kind of smiles, and she pulls out the biggest magnum that you've ever seen. And she's like, I'll fix his brain. And she points her gun at his head.
Nope. I stand in the way of it.
Get out of the way, Roxy.
You're not killing him. I'm sorry that this happened, but you're not killing him. Send me like a tech expert.
They enhanced him. He's already dead. What'd you say?
He's
Gizmo?
not.
I said I've moved on to the quail.
I'm putting shrimp in my pockets.
Yeah.
Y'all are figuring out, taking as much as you can carry, and you see, she puts the gun down, and she's like, "I spoil you, kid." All right. She looks at Bug and she's like, "Get Mo in here and have him take a look at the kid." But he doesn't go with Roxy. He stays up here with me. And Bug is
do
like,
do
right
do
away.
we pick up on the fact that like this could possibly also help Sid?
I mean, you know that the Benitos seem to have the best things that money could buy. So if you were gonna find somebody to help you, then this might be the place to do it.
Yeah, I think you just did, Gizmo.
You figured it out.
Well, this
You
thing,
didn't.
like I'm hearing them talk about head stuff, and like so in between the chewing, I'm like I take note of this, and I kind of like tap Sid, and I'm like, they might have somebody to actually help fix you.
Oh, hey, that would be cool.
All right, we're gonna pay close attention to what's going on here. This could be very beneficial outside of just this amazing buffet.
Oh, so good.
I don't want to leave.
I don't either. This is the best day of my life.
Seriously, this is the gang we're supposed to join.
I think you're right.
So Bug is like, right away, and he looks at you, Raven, and he's like, "All right, kid, I got one more job for you. Make sure Zigzag stays safe, no matter what."
Got it.
And he heads off. And he kind of motions to you all to follow him. So do you go with him?
I'm gonna go with him, but first I'm going to grab my mom and just look at her and be like, "Listen, I know we have a lot of stuff we need to talk about, and like that's a longer conversation for a different day, but if anything happens to Rian, I will literally never forgive you."
She kisses you on the forehead and gives you a big hug, and she's like, "I know. Now, scoot."
Okay, I do hug her back though, and then I go, and then I follow Bug.
So you and your mom have this really sweet moment, and you follow Bug, and as you all head down the hallway, you see Rhian and your mom standing in the room together as the door closes. So you know, on the family compound, that the barn outside is actually a bunker. So Bug leads you into the barn, and you head in this elevator. You head down deep into the bunker. So as it's descending, you can see that like this is where the Benito family, like the extended family, lives. And you can see like there's like a glass cylinder that the elevator is going down in, and you can see like people's apartments and like a little village and city underneath the ground as you descend down into the depths of the bunker. So you get to the bottom floor, and there's just this small apartment essentially down there, and it's in this steel box that kind of like is protruding out of the walls. Bug looks at you all and is like, "Stay in here until we come and tell you it's safe."
I also realized I didn't say goodbye to Rian. I will, as we leave, I will have also kissed him, maybe. If that's okay.
So
I feel like I wouldn't have just walked away from him.
You're just like, "Good luck."
Yeah.
No, so yeah, you hug your mom.
Okay.
You and Rian have a really tender moment and share a kiss. And he's like, "I'm not going to be away from you again."
And you're not gonna die, and you're gonna make me that promise too, okay?
I swear.
Okay.
And so yeah, you all head down into the bunker, and as the doors on the bunker close, that's going to be where we end for today. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Night City Stories.
That felt like no time at all passed. Are you kidding?
That was a banger, man. That was fun.
Yeah, like what's gonna happen next? It seems like there are a lot of folks interested in our band of bandits, but who are they going to survive? I don't know. Come back next time and find out. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.